Do you know that you are losing money because you are not asking the right questions when it comes to mortgages?
Really?
Today, I've got Martine Perron with ARC Mortgage, and she's going to break down the 5 common questions that she gets asked regarding mortgages and what you should be asking instead. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is about real estate in Vancouver, subscribe below. Tap the bell for notifications to be the first to learn what's going on in the current market here in Vancouver. My name is Megan Becker, local realtor with eXp Realty. Myself and my team get calls every day from people looking to make this incredible city their home. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, text, or email, and I'm excited to help you make a smooth move to the best city in Canada. Okay, Martine, let's talk mortgages. So tell me, how do I get the best rate?
This is the number one question I'm asked every single day. But instead, what you should be asking is what mortgage product can you get to pay the least interest over time? And why is that? I'll give you an example. I had a client that got a renewal letter with a great interest rate. However, this product was no longer a good fit for him. I realized, looking at his assets and liabilities, that there was a car payment in there that was very expensive, and by refinancing his mortgage into a better product, he would actually save interest, even though it was not the same interest his bank had offered to him.
That's a great example. I mean, context is everything. And the more that we as professionals can understand about our clients, we can better guide them into opening up potential other options, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, next question. So what's the least amount that I can put down?
Thank you, Megan, for the question. Instead, what I would ask is, what is your monthly mortgage payment that you're comfortable with? And I'll give you an example. I had this client, she wanted to put 5% down payment so she could keep $50,000 in savings in case of emergency. But when I looked at her financial, I realized $35,000 of this was in an RRSP, which can only be used when you're retired or for a first purchase. So when we look at this, we realize that by putting $35,000 more, she would be saving $300 a month in interest. And so, yes, she would have less in her emergency funds, but she would be able to save more money on a monthly basis.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's all about understanding what your long-term goals are, what your comfort level is, what you need in that emergency account every month, right?
Exactly.
Okay, next question. So I bank with TD. I should get a mortgage with TD, right?
That's another excellent question. A lot of people are loyal to their banks. However, all lenders have different niche in guidelines and products. So when we work as a mortgage broker, we look at your profile. And some banks, example, if you're incorporated, they're not going to like that your financial has negative earning. However, some lenders, they don't mind this. They're going to look at the overall financial. And so even though you're banking with TD, they might not be the right place for you to get the mortgage from.
Oh, okay, that's a great point. I guess I didn't realize some of them had different products that other banks wouldn't have, right?
Exactly. All banks have different niche. And so as a mortgage broker, we're able to find what is the best product for your situation.
Awesome. Okay, next question. So what's better, fixed or variable?
Wow, another amazing question. And it's a hot subject right now with the variable rate being higher than the fixed. So in the last 15 years, we used to say that variable rate were the best bet. But the real question is, what is the difference between a fixed rate and variable rate? There's quite a bit of difference. Example, 7 out of 10 people break their mortgage within a 5-year term. When you break your variable rate mortgage, then you only pay 3 months of interest. So it's not a huge amount compared to what you would pay as a penalty if you had a fixed rate mortgage. Now, that being said, variable rate mortgage means that your payments can vary.
Right.
And so if your budget is very tight, we usually recommend to get a fixed rate so you know exactly what your payments are going to be during the whole term of your mortgage and you can sleep at night.
Gotcha. So there's not a better or worse. It's more of what's better for your specific situation.
Exactly.
Right?
There's so many factors that we need to consider. So I think the most important is to understand the difference so you can choose what's right for you.
Absolutely. Okay, last question. So I'm not a first-time buyer. I have to put 20% down, right?
That's not true. So the 20% down rule doesn't depend on if you're a first-time home buyer or not. So what you should ask instead is, what can I do to put less than 20% down? And so what can you do? Well, to have a mortgage that is insured, you need to buy a property that's under $1 million, and it has to be an owner-occupied property or your second home. So even though you've been purchasing multiple times, if you keep buying something that's under 1 million, you can keep putting less than 20% down.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing this, Martine. I think it's going to be really valuable for everyone because there's so much information on the internet. And like I always say, go to the professional, not the internet, when you're looking at something as huge as a home purchase.
Absolutely. Every situation are unique, and talking with an expert that's going to ask you questions to find out what's the right fit for you and give you all the information that you need to also make the decision for yourself.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for sticking around and watching. Again, my name is Megan Becker, eXp Realty. This is Martine Perron with ARC Mortgage. And if you are thinking about making a move to the greatest city in Canada, I would love the opportunity to start the conversation. All my info is in the description box below. If you want to be connected with Martine, please reach out to me and I'm happy to arrange an intro. And until next time, Martine and I are at the Vancouver Club and we're going to head downstairs for a happy hour.